It is Foot Trading's first birthday in March, and as our way of saying thank you to the insane support we've had for the last year, we are giving away your choice of an Xbox Series S or a PlayStation 5 digital to one lucky site subscriber. All you've got to do is be subscribed on the 31st of March in order to be entered automatically. Now, as a reminder, Tier 1 costs £10 a month, and that gives you access to buying and selling prices for special cards, for icons, for silvers, and for Thursday flips. So much stuff on the website, I'm forgetting what we do. And Tier 2 includes live filters, UCL cards, gold chem styles, and fluctuations, with more to be added in the coming days and weeks. There are multiple updates every day on the site, allowing you to trade 24 hours a day, no matter what time zone you are. Don't forget, if you do subscribe to the website, make sure you join the Discord. There are thousands of people in there helping each other to trade and make the most of it. We've got mods, you've got Dan and I, you've got trusted traders, all the stuff you could possibly want to make millions of coins on this game without having to spend any of your money on FIFA points. So good luck to everyone that enters, and once again, thank you very much for the amazing support we've had. You guys allow us to do this full time. We're extremely thankful, and we never lose sight of that. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure you turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. And before we go any further, thank you from the bottom of my heart for 24,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that. It is insane. Project 25,000 is nearly complete and we're well ahead of schedule. Like I've said before, we've gained nearly 10,000 I think since Christmas, which is incredible. We set out to start really grinding the channel, helping you guys make coins and grind this game. So to see it pay off and to see you guys I've seen your guys' teams improving, engaging with it and getting the grind on. I get DMs all the time. I'm so thankful. You'll never know how much this means to me. So thank you so much for that. And with that in mind, you do get 3 videos a day on this channel. The morning is League SBC Method to Glory. That combined with the trading video, this video, is basically sort of a mixture of my road to glory and how I'm developing my club. But it allows you guys to grind the game without having to spend a penny on FIFA points. Essentially, you can use the trading video to make coins, use some of those coins on League SBC method, and some of those coins on improving your teams. And I'm seeing the progression of some of your teams. You guys know I like to stay in touch with you, and you show me your teams at one point and the next point, and I love seeing the development of them. It's awesome, so make sure you keep that coming. And within that content is content? Is that a word? Content is a mixture of packs, picks, trading, all that sort of stuff. It's whatever's relevant on the game. I do want to talk about, at some point in the next couple of days, EA were subject to a lawsuit and it's all been hushed. So I want to talk about that at some point. So that might be tonight's video for you guys. But before we go into this video, I want to show you something quickly. Some of you, whoever's in stream this morning, would have seen this. If you've got my Twitter, you may have seen this. There's Emilio Butragueño. We have sold for 1.2 million coins. I was looking at icons this morning and doing a bit of icon trading on my account, my brother's account. And I came across this Prime Butcher that been sat there for nearly 2 minutes. And we picked him up for 560,000 coins, sold him for 1.2 million, which is a 580,000 coin profit after tax. So I was absolutely buzzing with that. I was tempted to keep him for my team, but the profit there was just too much to take and to not buy him, not sell him, sorry. So massive pull there. And with that in mind, make sure you check out the streams, 10 AM on YouTube most days and 5:30 PM on Twitch most days. But that Butragueño is sort of symptomatic of the market at the moment because we're living in very, very weird times. The market is all over the place, like genuinely all over the place, because Foot Player Days has come out and the market was bizarre over the weekend as it was. There was a massive dip and then it started bouncing back yesterday. But I've noticed that's starting to happen a lot more. Sunday the market goes a bit mad and then Monday the market starts to climb again. And so I've been making a lot of coins by doing that. But Foot Player Days has literally thrown a spanner in the works left, right and centre. But there are so many awesome ways you can make coins using this, and we're talking a plethora. There's so many, and it covers all budgets. Investments, like instant flips, holds, all that sort of stuff. So Foot Player Days yesterday saw us get 2-for-1 packs on the store, and they were 50Ks, 100Ks, and I think 125Ks, it was 125Ks. And we also got half price packs of coins for premium gold and mega packs. Now for midnight yesterday, I opened up those packs, the half price packs of coins. It's very hard to lose coins on those. Now, you're not guaranteed to make a profit, but most of those cards will sell, most players sell to lazies for 1,000 coins anyway, whether they're rares or non-rares. So when you open up a premium gold players pack for 12.5k and get 12 players in it, it's very hard to make a massive loss on them either way. Obviously, if you pack something decent, I packed the Bala from one of them, that massively helps, and you've got a chance of packing something good from them. The mega packs are the same. I think they're more risky, but again, you get 30 items in there and they're 17.5k. You need to make an average of 400 coins, give or take, per card to make your coins back. It's not hard. It really isn't too hard. And so, about 500 coins actually. It's relatively easy to make most of your coins back on them, so they're a good punt. But what comes with those cards is number one, supply on the market in terms of players, but also supplies of consumables. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail because it will ruin the filters for people that do this. But look at the expensive consumables, look at what they normally sell for, and buy some. I have bought hundreds, and they sit at my club chilling until such time comes where they rise in value. It's a very easy way to make coins. If you're sort of mid-budget and you've got maybe 600-700k sitting there, you can stick 100k into those, make sort of another 60-70k profit later in the week, and then keep flipping and doing other stuff. So consumables is your first play. The more expensive consumables we're looking at here, not the cheap ones. You want to be looking at the stuff that cost a bit more coin. So that's the first thing. What I want to do now is head over to Futbin and show you some graphs and explain some things to you. For it basically will help you with tonight, and it's going to cover all budgets, and it will basically be a really easy way for you guys to see how to make coins with this promotion, and there are so many ways. I will be right back. Alright guys, so we are here with our trusty friend Cesar Azpilicueta. And one thing you should notice straight away about him is price. He is 8,500 coins on the market right now. Now that's always a good buying price for Azpilicueta, full stop. With this promo, basically, we get what ifs and packs until tomorrow, okay? Then this promo continues until Thursday, which makes me think something is coming on Friday. EA are heavily dropping the price of FODDER, and so that usually says one thing to me. It means we're getting some form of repeatable SBC or SBC, which means that everyone can sort of go into it. EA are trying to do the whole giving back thing, but a repeatable will suck you in. So you're buying Azpilicueta, you buy another one, you buy another one, and because it's good value, you'll keep buying them. Coin sink the club like mad, and then come Friday, drop a big promo, you guys buy FIFA points. But Azpilicueta is sitting very, very low, and FODDER didn't really see the bounce back yesterday that we would expect, because those packs came out, the 50Ks, the 100Ks, the 125Ks, but with nothing really to put these cards into. Now, what they did do was make the price of those Icon SBCs, or any other SBCs you haven't done yet, cheaper, which is great. It really is. But there was no bounce on the FODDER, because outside of that, there's nothing really to put it into. It wouldn't surprise me tonight if we do see some form of Prime Icon SBC, or something along those lines, or a really good player SBC, and FODDER rises. But with Azpilicueta sitting down at 8.5 now, you really can't lose that many coins on him. Now, again, you want to buy him cheaper tonight. I wouldn't go out right now and buy him at 8.5, although the risk there is slim to nothing. At some point, he's going to get back up to 11, 12, 13. It just means holding him for a little while. But cards like Azpilicueta, Koke's the same as well. If you look at Koke, he's at 15 at the moment. Got down to 15 there. He's jumped to 16 today, but there's no sell point there on him. Those cards are great to be looking at tonight, as are your 82s, as are your 83s. They're always going to be good. I don't know what Ginter's at the moment, but last night I saw him being picked up at discard price, and it was ridiculous. And this is an 82 rated rare card, 1.3 at the moment. You can probably get them cheaper than that as well. That's the average price there. There'll be undercuts on him. You'll be able to pick these cards up extremely cheaply, and they are very little risk. Very, very, very little risk, because they're going to be needed at some point. I told you guys this a million one times before, and rarely have I steered you wrong. It does mean you've got to hold them, but again, if you're sitting in a decent coin total, is there really that much risk in getting 50 Azpilicuetas and leaving them on transfer pile until they're needed? Not really. Again, and I would look to buy at 6 PM tonight, see what the content is. If the content's good, you can probably see that they'll hold relatively low initially, because there'll be loads of supply with the 2-for-1 packs, and then they'll climb after that first hour. If there's like a Prime Icon SBC or something in that ilk, they'll do very, very well. So that's something to be mindful of in that sense. Obviously, FODDER will do well, it always does do well. But outside of that, right now, you guys can be looking at UCLs. You can buy those now if you want to run the risk or punt that we're going to get marquee matchups tonight. We should get UCL marquee matchups tonight or tomorrow. Now, if we get them tonight and you punt now, you'll do very well from them, because they're very, very cheap. If we don't get them tonight and you buy them now, UCLs will get even lower tonight. And now I've seen the UCL cards from major leagues selling for not far from 900 to 1,000 coins, and that is too cheap for them. They always rise. They're always needed. When you're buying the UCL cards, always set your filter. I'll show you quickly on the stream. There we go. On the channel even. Stream? I don't even got it. Anyway, go special. Go to whatever major league you want, and always set your chemistry style to basic. It gets rid of keepers. So on Xbox at the moment, cheapest is 1.4. You can get these on bids a lot cheaper than that. You can compare price back out and pick some up, or you can pick them up on bids. But that's the sort of filters you want to be using idealistically, because that's where you're going to realistically get the better players, the ones that actually sell for more and they're going to be needed. Keepers aren't really that great. But yes, you have a choice. Either punt on UCLs now or wait till 6 PM and buy them then. I still think they'll hold relatively low because of supply either way. If we don't get marquee matchups today, buy UCLs. 100% buy your UCLs. They will do extremely well tomorrow with the UCL marquee matchups we're likely to get, or the UCL SBC we're likely to get. And either way, over time, they will rise from where they're at. The market is at its lowest now that it has been for a long, long time. Most buys right now are very, very, very little risk. So that's something to think about with those sort of cards. We're now going to talk about the What If players. I will be right back. Alright guys, so here is What If Team 2. And with the coinciding that we've got What If Team 2 and you've got this FUT Player Days, weirdly they've been put them together. These players are being packed like crazy, like absolute crazy. And so if I show you Mbabu, when Mbabu was in packs, he sort of held a decent value, and then all the people that invested sort of sold him, and then he sort of held level, and he's held level since then. He's been relatively consistent in and around 275 to 285 at any one time. Now, if we look at the likes of Diatta, the drop in him has been relatively steep. Like, relatively steep. Like, we're talking 144 yesterday, all the way down on Xbox today at like 89k. And so, a risky play on these, but what I think will be okay is to look at what they do tonight. Tonight's going to be the last time we get that level of supply on these What If cards. They go out of packs tomorrow at 6 PM. I don't think these cards hold as low as this continually. I think these cards probably do bounce afterwards. The thing about these cards is, when we see promo cards, they tend to sort of, once they're in packs for the week, they tend to level out to the price they're going to be, like Mbabu did. But this is artificial drop. This is double packs from the store and lots of supply, and everyone open up those half price packs. This is really artificial in this drop. And so for me, Diatta at 90k at the moment is cheap, but I think tonight he gets even lower than this. He hasn't really bounced yet. Once he's out of packs into Weekend League, I think most of these cards do see a rise. Sergio Reguilon is 87, 129k on Xbox. And again, yesterday, before supply, it was at 195k, and he got down as low as 129k now. That's a significant drop in that card. That is huge. That's, what is that? Nearly a 50% drop off in that price. And again, right now, he's low. He probably gets lower tonight. Does he stay that low? I don't think so. I think they bounce back. So a risky play if you want to go for it, even including cards like Morales and whatnot, is those sort of plays. At a higher budget, mid-budget, Morales is down 200k since yesterday. I think these cards do well in the long term. Out of packs, I think they do extremely well. And so that's something to be mindful of, the What If cards themselves. Keep an eye on their price tonight. You want to be buying in lower than they're currently listed for here. And I'd wait probably until the second set of lightning rounds and see where the market's at before you do buy in. Because let's say theoretically he gets down to 80k, that Diatta, and you think, oh, that's good, he's down 10k, and you buy him. Next lightning round he gets down to 70, 75. You suddenly got one to stock with 80k. You do something for 75, you've actually lost like 8k a card. So you have to be very careful with that. But the one thing that I've seen, which has been surprising, is the effect it's had on the rest of the market. And I'm looking specifically here at the Moments cards. Now, obviously, loads of packs being open is going to supply lots of cards. But Moments, Bobby Moore at Weekend League, I was watching him, and he was going 820, 850 consistently. Now, if I show you his sell full price, let me just refresh this, his recent sales. There are listings for 675 that are not selling for this Bobby Moore Moments card. Now, one there at 792 last night at 720. But what we saw last night was about 10 o'clock. There was a ridiculous surge in icons going onto the market and the price of them plummeting. 640 for a Bobby Moore that was selling for 200k more a couple of days ago is ridiculous in terms of a drop. Now, do I think this Bobby Moore card is more than a 600, 700k card? Potentially not. I think it's an okay card without being great. But this is something I'm monitoring tonight. Now, I was doing that on stream earlier on when I picked the Butrigueno up. But I'm going to be looking at this tonight. And again, at a similar sort of time, I'm going to be seeing what these cards are doing. Because it was such a pattern through so many of these icons that I looked at. Especially the primes and the moments. They were being packed a lot, being listed a lot. And a lot of time when people pack these cards, they undercut like crazy to get them sold. And then someone else will undercut that. Someone else will undercut that. And I know there will be a bounce in the market. We've seen a bounce to a degree in Kante. Kante got down to 1.8 million yesterday. He's now back up near 2 million again. Because what happens when people open packs up, is they open packs up, they sell everything, it gives them buying power, and higher end cards get bought. Because they've got that buying power, it raises those prices up. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on these icons. And that's if you've got high budget, icons could certainly be a very good play for you. At a lower budget, these are the cards you want to be looking at. These sort of mid-end meta cards. Walker last night, for example, got to a low on Xbox on average of 21 and PS of 23. On Xbox now, it says he's 22. He got as high as 23.5 today. He's at 23.5 there. PS, he's bounced by 3,000 coins already. But again, this is only an average price. This price is only an average price. You would have been able to pick him up cheaper than these prices. and selling for more than these prices. And so people like Walker and those mid-end metas, they are always a play tonight. You will see them get packed a lot, they will crash, and they will bounce. It happens every single time. But that's what you should be looking at tonight for the 5:15 video and the 6 PM content. I'll be doing a lot of this stuff live on stream. If you want to check me out on Twitch, I will be live pretty much now. So come over to Twitch and get involved. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.